We do got some topics, guys, here. So drop your super chats. We'll keep them coming. What do you want to start at, Rhodes? Do you want to start with this Chicago thing?
Yeah, go for it.
Boy, this Chicago thing, man, when you told me about this, it blew my mind.
I saw it, was like,
I could not believe this.
This has went down again. It's
very reminiscent of that illegal alien. I don't remember which city that was in, though, where he set a woman on fire and he sat outside the train and watched her burn to death.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't that in New York?
I think it was in New York.
I think it wasn't. And then, of course, the guy that stabbed the lady on the subway or on the train, wasn't that in North Carolina, I guess?
Yeah, that was in North Carolina.
Well, here we are. I mean, we're here again.
Yeah, this is crazy, man. So now we have a career criminal. He's been arrested, get this, I believe 49 times. And he's out there on the streets of Chicago. And there's video footage of this man at a gas station filling up. He was planning on burning somebody. And what did he do? He burned a woman. Now, this woman, I believe, is still alive some kind of way. But let's check out this story, Rhodes.
Good God.
Here we go. Woman was minding her business when man allegedly set her on fire on CTA train. Rhodes, I've been telling you, man, when it comes to these big cities, I would never take public transportation. I would never do it.
It's not safe. If it's a blue city, forget about it. No way.
Yeah, and pretty much they're all blue cities.
Yeah. If they got public trans like this, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, look at this. And we're going to watch the news clip here. A man described as having a long criminal history is facing a federal terrorism charge after allegedly setting a woman on fire on a CTA train in Chicago, court documents show. Lawrence Reed, 50, was charged with executing an act of terrorism on a mass transportation system. U.S. Attorney Andrew Boltras said Reed has had plenty of second chances until Wednesday. Reed is accused of setting a 26-year-old woman on fire on Monday while riding the CTA Blue Line train. Police said he ran away when the train stopped at Clark and Lake. He was in custody by Tuesday morning. Let's watch this clip here, guys. Prepare to be stunned.
Today, Lawrence Reed had been charged with arson in the past. His criminal history extensive, but investigators say this latest alleged crime is a disturbing act of violence.
Lawrence Reed had no business being on the streets given his violent criminal history and his pending criminal cases.
50-year-old Lawrence Reed in federal custody tonight. Prosecutors say he's been accused of committing a terrorist attack against a mass transportation system after he allegedly set a 26-year-old woman on fire Monday night on the CTA Blue Line train. The U.S. Attorney's Office calling the incident a horrific, unprovoked attack.
This young woman was on her phone, going through her phone, minding her business, when Mr. Reed approached her and began throwing gasoline on her.
Surveillance images from a criminal complaint giving a glimpse into what happened Monday night. Chicago police say Reed filled a container with gas at a Chicago station 20 minutes before the attack.
Wow.
Then he got onto a CTA Blue Line train and approached the victim, who had her back turned towards him. He opened a bottle and poured liquid on her. Police say she tried to run, but Reed chased her down. Then he lit the bottle, setting the woman on fire.
The surveillance video is difficult to watch and is very disturbing, as a young woman was set ablaze and tried to put herself out while other passengers got out of the way or watched.
Court documents state the victim was engulfed in flames and that Reed stood watch.
This is an individual with a very long and extensive criminal history on the state side These are incredibly serious charges, and this is a case that now needs to be handled federally.
Reed's criminal history runs years deep, seen here in previous mugshots for multiple crimes, including when federal investigators say Reed was charged with aggravated arson after setting this fire at the Thompson Center in 2020. The woman from Monday's attack, officials say, is now fighting for her life. Reed, if convicted, could face a lifetime in prison. He is due back in court on.
Wow.
Somebody asked, yes, the woman was white, in case you're wondering.
Oh, she was. I didn't even know.
Yeah, she was a white woman. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, check this out, though. Right here. I'm going to share my screen again so you guys can see what Benny Johnson posted right here. Meet Lawrence Reed. He is facing terrorism charges after setting a 26-year-old woman on fire aboard a Chicago train. According to reports, he doused her in gasoline and ignited it, saying, "Burn alive, bitch." Reed has been arrested 49 times. 49. 10 of them being felonies. And yet judges keep putting him back on the streets. They failed to protect the public. They failed to protect a young woman. This tragedy was preventable, and the judges who enabled it need to be held accountable. Wow.
Yeah, and I saw a picture that somebody showed a picture of the judge that let him out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's under the one of the feeds that's got all this on it. If you scroll through, you'll find her picture there. And she looks about like you would expect a liberal judge, you know. But it's beyond me how in the world people like this keep getting put back in society. We have them. We can throw them in, lock them up, throw away the key.
How do you get arrested 49 times?
Look, at
Bro,
some point,
that's older than I am. Each year is older than I am.
At some point, we have, as a society, have got to say, you know what? You are not a value to society in a productive manner. Okay. I mean, I would doubt this guy's very much ever held a job, etc. I mean,
I highly doubt it.
What production to society, what value are you adding to our society? At some point, there's got to start being a trigger where it's like, okay, you're gone for life. No parole.
Yeah.
You're gone for life. I don't care what it is.
But this is Chicago we're talking about.
Well, of course it is. I mean, it's the same thing over and over. You actually got another high profile incident. When's the last one? You said it was a woman on a there was a woman on a subway or a bus there too?
The Ukrainian woman in North Carolina.
No, I'm talking about there was one in Chicago a few years ago. The guy pushed, I may have done a video on that. Did the guy push somebody off in front of the subway? I think that's what the guy did.
Oh, I think I did a video on that too.
Yeah.
I don't, man. There's so many crazies out there, man. We're losing count.
And you got Brandon Johnson, who ought to be prosecuted. I mean, the idea that he's got the ability, him and anybody in California in a leftist city.
You notice something that we didn't hear in this clip? Did you hear anything about state charges?
Against him? No, it's just
federal charges.
So far, federal.
Not saying the state won't happen, but you guys probably get the point. When you've been arrested 49 times, you keep getting let out.
Brandon Johnson is, and I wonder if the federal charges is not an angle of some kind. You know, Trump's wanted to go into Chicago for months now, and do what he did in Memphis, which was completely clean it up.
He did go into Chicago.
Well, they didn't
And,
let him do the job, though. Remember? All those National Guards were just in wait, and they ended up sending them home. Greg Abbott sent some of the Texas National Guard up there, and they were just literally in a holding pattern, and then they sent them all home because Brandon Johnson wouldn't let them go in there. And he's a byproduct of the Radical Teachers Union. Just,
that should be dismantled.
It's the same thing over and over and over again in this city, whether it's Lori Lightfoot or Brandon Johnson, J.B. Pritzker. Come on. I mean, at some point, and I think this is something Trump's got to be looking at. And it's probably his theory behind the National Guard. He's got to think to himself that, at some point they're putting U.S. citizens at risk, right? And he's the president of all U.S. citizens, whether you're in Chicago or whether you're in Tyler, Texas. They're all his people. And I'm sure Trump is like, it's my job to make sure these people are safe in our country. People aren't safe in America right now. They're not safe. Just getting on public transportation. You are literally putting your life on the line.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Hey,
you want to know how many times I've been on public transportation in Houston? Now, granted, I don't live in the city.
Right.
But it's been 0 times. 0. I work downtown Houston, man. I've seen some of the there's homeless people down there, man, and crazies down there, and I'm like, I don't want to be a part of that.